Up with KREM begins now.
Well, we're starting off this Thursday morning with breaking news. Firefighters are battling a house fire on Spokane South Hill right now.
Well, the fire happened near 40th and Havana Street. It started around 3 o'clock this morning. We do have our Brandon T. Jones, who just arrived within the last couple of hours. And Brandon, you're telling us that this is kind of in now the cleanup phase. Tell us more about what's happening now.
Yeah, Tim, Nicole, this is definitely the cleanup stage, that investigation process to determine what exactly started this fire. But there are still a few crews here on scene. Neighbors are starting to walk around now as well, starting to assess it. And what we do know from fire crews is they informed us one dog was killed in this fire. One man was transported to the Sacred Heart Hospital. At this time, his condition is unknown. But again, fire crews are likely going to be out here for several hours as they continue this investigation. Our photographer, actually, Nathan, he was on scene when flames just burst out from the roof. So this house appears to all but be a total loss. Those flames got well into the sky, and also spoke with some neighbors who described those early moments. The first neighbor to call 911 described seeing this orange glow from his back window. So again, what we do know is that one dog was killed in this fire. Another man transported to the hospital. Condition is unknown at this time. A few moments ago, we just saw Spokane Fire Department's public information officer arrive on the scene. So we'll get a chance to speak with him and see if there's any other information or details that we can relay to you. But again, all of this is right near Ben Burr Park on the South Hill of Spokane. For now, live in Spokane, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
Brandon, appreciate the update. Brandon will have another update for us in the next 30 minutes.
For now, though, let's turn to our forecast.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. For this Thursday, not as cold as it could be because we did have that cold front pass through last night, but it's long gone as of this morning. So it's already clear and sunny skies outside, and our current temperature is largely mid-40s at the moment. We will warm up nicely, but it will be a bit less than it was compared to yesterday because of this, of course, was a cold front that did pass through. So we'll feel the full effects of that during the afternoon hours. So basically yesterday, 75 degrees. Today, 67. So an 8-degree drop just for a single day here. But overall, this is still pretty average for mid-May in terms of our temperatures.
Quick look at I-90 in Hamilton this morning. The sun is up. Cars are starting to head out on the road. Still not many, though. Doesn't look like there's much traffic or backups happening across the city right now. If we start seeing that change at all throughout the morning, we will, of course, let you know.
Speaking of traffic, the Schrag rest area along I-90 will be closed until the end of the month. The rest stop is about 20 miles west of Ritzville. WashDOT says crews will be connecting a new well and water lines. Construction started today and will last until May 23rd. If you are looking for a rest stop in that area, WashDOT has a list of alternates on their website. Breaking overnight around 3 a.m. our time, black smoke poured out of the chimney of the Sistine Chapel. This means the Cardinals finished the second round of voting and did not elect a new pope.
So they have to come to a 2/3 majority vote in order to choose the new pontiff.
Cardinals will keep voting until then, so we could see a new pope today or tomorrow. Right now, there are 3 main frontrunners. We will be watching the chimney all morning long, and we will have the latest for you on air and online.
New this morning, in the last few hours, President Trump announced a major trade deal with the United Kingdom. In a post on social media, the president said the U.S. reached a, quote, full and comprehensive deal with the UK. Now, this is the first trade pact since the White House paused reciprocal tariffs and started negotiating with countries on trade agreements. We're expecting the president to share more details in a press conference at 7 o'clock this morning.
6:05, new details in the Moscow murder case. Brian Kohberger's family will be allowed to attend his trial in its entirety. Kohberger is accused of murdering 4 University of Idaho students back in 2022. The prosecution wanted to exclude Kohberger's family from the trial, saying their testimony may be skewed. However, Judge Stephen Hippler announced the scope of the family members' proposed testimony is very narrow and is not necessarily tied to the testimony of other witnesses. Kohberger's trial is set to start in August.
The Spokane Fire Department is looking for a car they think could be involved in a suspicious fire. The fire department says this fire started in an alley in North Spokane yesterday near East North Avenue. They say it quickly spread to 2 garages, a shed, a shop, and a house. On your screen right now is a look at the car they're looking for. They say it's either a light blue or silver Audi A4. It has black front wheels and silver rear wheels and some damage to the rear bumper. If you have any information, you should call Crime Check.
Right now, another shakeup in the city of Pullman after the now former police chief was accused, then cleared of sexual assault allegations. The city administrator is out, even though the city said he did nothing wrong.
Pullman leaders say city administrator Mike Urban quit, but Urban says that's a lie. Urban's attorney told us they're disturbed the city says he resigned. They say the city is refusing to let him go back to his job. Now, this all started with a WSP investigation into former Pullman police chief Jake Opennorth. An ex-girlfriend accused him of sexual assault and domestic violence. The city says while they were going through tens of thousands of text messages between Opennorth and his ex, WSP found some messages Urban likely sent. The city put Urban on leave in March to independently look into this. They found a lot of evidence implicating him.
And it turns out that the former police chief had used Mike's name to hide the other party's name in his phone.
Urban's attorney says he could have been immediately exonerated with just a simple phone call, but instead his reputation was severely damaged. His attorney says his termination breaches his contract and the law, and they will seek legal action.
It should be noted, following the investigation into former police chief Opennorth, no charges are going to be filed, and the Washington State Patrol has ended its investigation.
Looking ahead in North Idaho, starting on May 10th, you will have to get a burn permit before burning outside of city limits. That includes burning yard waste and crop residue. You can get one of these permits online or at your local IDL office. The permits are free and good for 10 days. Note though, recreational campfires do not need a permit.